Alright guys, welcome back. Now this has been an incredible year for games. The next gen consoles of course are kicking in, and of course I'm a big PS4 player. I've played a couple of PC games as well, but you know, I'm only dabbling in the PC, the dark art of the PC world. I know, I'm sorry, no offense PC gamers, especially you Glenn. My top 10 of 2016. In number 10 we have the wonderful Far Cry Primal. You know I'm a big Far Cry fan anyway. However, Far Cry Primal dropped in this year, and I think a lot of people were, what's Far Cry without guns? Is it going to be any good? Well, yeah, many hours of streaming and playing the game later, I would like to conclude it was. For me personally, it actually taught me a lot of stealth. It taught me a lot of how to play stealth in the Far Cry world. I absolutely loved the game. I think graphically it was pretty damn good. Although it could have gone on longer, the variety, the width, the bandwidth of the game wasn't the best. It's why it's number 10 here. There are many games that I will list at the end that I had to drop out, and you're going to probably wonder why on earth I did when I've put Far Cry Primal there at my number 10. But I had huge amounts of fun playing that game, and especially had a huge amount of fun talking to you guys online. I did a lot of streaming of that game, so that's why it's there at number 10. Number 9, we have Doom. What a hell of a game. Some of the most wonderfully violent scenes, I think, in any game. Although you shouldn't enjoy violence, it is cartoon violence. Some of the most wonderful sequences in any game I think I've ever played. To be honest, the story, I don't know. I have no idea what happened there. I didn't really do much. I didn't do the story. It's probably the best way to put it. I've got no idea what happened. Did I care? Nope, not at all. It was just so wonderful to play, and once you got used to the keep on moving, the variety of weapons, the upgrade system, the discovery, the secrets, it's all so good. Really wonderful game from Bethesda this year. Number 8, Dishonored 2. What a game. So beautiful. The steampunk world, the skills you had. Now my playthrough actually was with Emily, and I could have played as Corvo, which maybe it might have bumped this up the list. I've only done one playthrough, so to be honest, I could be swayed to increase it or maybe even decrease it. I don't know. But Dishonored 2, absolutely fantastic. On to number 7. This may surprise you. Right back in January 2016, a game called Firewatch. It really grabbed me. It was always gripping, always entertaining. There was a pace to it which, I don't know, it felt like it was so well relaxed, and you were being sort of edged forward slowly, but always intrigued. It was beautiful to look at. It had a kind of a cartoony graphic to it. The narrative, I think, is really what got me. The narrative between your main character and your boss. It's a pretty short game, which is why it's not a full-blown AAA priced game, so that's a good thing. But it was beautiful. It was a wonderful way to spend many hours playing a game. I can't put it any better than that. Alright, number 6. Final Fantasy 15. One on a list I actually have for games I didn't think I would enjoy as much in 2016, to be honest. I love the anime style when it's done well. It is beautiful. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I know the game has been in development for so long. I couldn't pass up the opportunity as a console player to take it on. I got it, found out it's a huge open world game, loads to do, so many fight sequences, battles, weapons. The upgrade system is pretty deep. It looks great. The cutscenes are fantastic. Now, in all honesty, I will be brutally honest. Of course, you know I'm releasing this video at this point. I haven't finished the game. Oh, just knocked the mic. That opinion could get swayed towards the end, but I think if this year a game like that to come out, it's worthy of its position in my list. Number 5. Now, I really struggled to put this above Final Fantasy 15 simply for Final Fantasy 15 scale, but Watch Dogs 2, I love it. I'm a computer geek myself anyway, so you know, a game about hackers was always going to get me. There's some wonderful humour. The scenery, again, graphically beautiful. I love it. There's lots to do, lots of side missions. I don't feel like it's repetitive at all. There are other open world games that really did. You know, Mafia 3 did feel very repetitive. This doesn't. It's always fresh. Every one I do. I mean, the techniques you use are the same, but that's an open world game for you. Number 4, we've got The Last Guardian. Another game that's been so long in development. through peaks and troughs of its development cycle. For whatever went wrong, I don't know. And frankly, I don't care. It's here now, and it's beautiful. It's awesome. This is one of those games, though, where, like I was saying earlier about graphics, the graphics are below current gen par, I suppose. I have already, like your character does with Trico, formed quite a bond with it. I think it's a very, very beautiful looking thing to just experience. It's a puzzle solver. It's a platform puzzler, and I haven't played a game like that for some time. I just think it's wonderful piece of work, and I cannot wait to complete it. All right, so we're now into the top 3. We've got 7 Days to Die. I guess those of you that have been watching me on the channel know I'm a big fan of this game. It was an early access. It's released an early access game a couple of years ago, but it's come through to consoles this year. It's continually under development, so there are more features on the way. But I think when I picked it up, okay, one thing, it's amazing because I saw it evolve as a game throughout the year, and started out a few bugs, glitches, graphics. I was like, what the hell is this? Didn't know what to do. I was punching the air trying to work out how to gather stuff, and then bit by bit, day by day, persevered, and actually I got thoroughly addicted to this game. I found it something I would always want to go back to when I came home from work. I found it a load of fun to make videos about, and to play with people online with. It was just so good. We streamed a lot of that on this channel here, and I know a lot of you guys join me in those games. Thank you all for doing that, by the way. But it's got to be up there in my number 3 game of the year. I cannot wait to play more of it. There's more coming. I mean, it isn't over yet. You will be rewarded. Of all the survival games I've played, it's the one that interests me the most, because there's a goal, a target. Every 7 days there's something going to happen. You've got to prepare yourself. It's not just a case of surviving outright. It's surviving because something bad is coming. It's every day is a portent of doom. And then when that blood moon rises, you're on your own. It's just you and whatever you have collected and built, just to fend them off overnight. It's just really, really great idea, and it gets harder and harder. It rises with your skill level. I think it's a beautiful concept, and I cannot wait to play more of this game. Okay, number 2. By far the best single-player campaign, I think, of any first-person shooter I've played. It was a really emotional single-player campaign. Totally empathized with all the characters in it. I thought it looked stunning. It played really well. There were stories. They were war stories. Now I think you know what I mean. Battlefield 1. What a game. Certainly for the campaign alone, it's got to be the best FPS I've played, I think. You know, I do have a big disclaimer there. I haven't played the Titanfall campaign, so I don't know. Titanfall 2 campaign. So maybe I should just be struck off YouTube. That's it. I shouldn't have an opinion. But the multiplayer as well. There's an atmosphere to every game, to every level that you play. I mean, some of my favourite maps are some of people's most hated. I love running around with the shotgun. A lot of people love to snipe, and they can do that. A lot of people love to get in a vehicle and bomb people from the sky, and they can do that. I don't feel like anyone's got a major advantage over anyone else in this game. I think it's really, really well balanced. Honestly, if you want to play one first-person shooter this year, for me, I would recommend Battlefield 1 every time. Right, now we're down to number 1. Number 1 game played this year. Well, I think, to be honest, if this doesn't win Game of the Year awards everywhere, then I'll be very, very surprised. It has to be Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. The final part. The final game. It's so upsetting. The final game from Naughty Dog. Uncharted 4. It was just beautiful. You know, all of you know my favourite game ever is The Last of Us. And it's of a similar kind. It's like Naughty Dog took all the things that they've learned about all the new games that they've built. Not bad for someone whose first attempt at major gaming was Crash Bandicoot. To be honest, well done, guys. What you've become is enormous, and to release a game like Uncharted 4, a game which had so much passion behind it. So obviously, it looked stunning. I mean, anyone who watches it knows it looked stunning. It kept you interested. The pace of it, the momentum of it, it just kept on rolling, and it kept on accelerating. The characters, the way they interacted. That's another thing that I think they learnt from The Last of Us, is if you can get a couple of characters that interact well and make you warm to them, even sometimes if you don't like them, you just get inside their character, a bit like Negan from Walking Dead, right? Some people like him for the wrong reasons. We won't go into that. If you can get inside the characters' heads and you have this empathy for them, then, well, you come up with a game that's much loved. I really did feel I was privileged to be able to play it. And I thank Naughty Dog very much for giving me a wonderful game this year. That is definitely the top of my list. And I want number one recommendation, if you're going to play one game this year, make it Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Absolutely 100%. Now, some of the games I had to leave out here, I just wanted to mention. I've just written them down. I'm looking over there because that's where my list is. Things I had to leave out: Event Zero, a fantastic indie game on the PC. Fallout 4 DLC, Nuka World. Yeah, I know. I said I couldn't really put DLCs in here, but if that was a standout game on its own, released in 2016, it would have been on this list. Mafia 3. Okay, it had things I didn't like about it, but it was a big game this year, and it's really worth picking up. Osiris New Dawn, another survival game, brand new, early access game on the PC. I thought it was stunning, and I'm really enjoying seeing how it develops. I haven't done many videos of it, but it's constantly changing. There will be more from this channel. Batman, Telltale series. Oh wow, how good was that? That was stunning. Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Well, that's never going to make my top 10 as a YouTuber because I could really not make any videos for it because of all the copyright stuff. But great game, it was fun, and of course the Lego games always make you laugh, so that, it's worth a mention. The Division. Now, this is probably where so many of you are going to have shot me down for not putting it in my top 10, and I have to say I really struggled with this because I felt like it needed to be in the top 10, but I couldn't take a game away from that top 10 that I enjoyed more, and I think that's the key here. Is I loved The Division. I thought it was graphically, it still is now. I've been playing Survivor. It is stunning, and it plays really well. Oh god, I should have put it in the list. It just had this massive drag effect because of the end of the campaign. Once you got there, its major selling point was the grind, and that's what really hacked me off. I don't want to spend days and days playing a game just to get a better hat. That's it. It's the same thing that hacked me off about Destiny, but what a stunning game, and it really should have been in the list. So maybe that should deserve a little special mention. Thank you, The Division. I've had some wonderful hours playing you. Another one, Dying Light, the following DLC, that came out this year. Of course, it's a DLC at the beginning of the year, but that was so good. And of course, let's not forget to mention all the games I didn't play. This is just my top 10. I'm sure you have your own. But of all the games I got to get my hands on this year, that's my top 10. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Listen, I would love to hear what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Any games you think I just totally overlooked that I played, or any games you think that you would have put in your top 10. Let's see your top 10s in the comments down below. That would be really interesting to see. Whether you're a PS4, PC, Xbox, Steam, whatever it is you play on, then I would love to hear what you would recommend, because everyone here wants to know what to play, because what's good out there. We all want to know. I will see you very soon. I hope you had a wonderful 2016, a wonderful gaming 2016, and I cannot wait. You wait, 2017 is going to be awesome. More on that in another video. Take care, guys. See you soon, and good night.